This market crashed in 2009. It should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
I bought into it. It went straight down. I sold out. I cut my losses. And
Good
then this thing bounced back again. Wouldn't you know it?
Yeah.
Don't ever take investment advice from me.
There you go. That's what Varney said yesterday. Don't ever take investment advice from him. Why wouldn't he be fired? He's on here every day, 4 hours a day, giving bad investment advice. And he does. His advice is horrible. Horrible. All he does is push his own stock, Microsoft. That's all he does. But we got to talk today about this capital gains. Most people don't understand what it really means. Matter of fact, most people don't even know what capital gains are. Capital gains is the reward, I should say, the reward for taking risk. Now, startup business in our country is the backbone of the country. And the startup businesses are done by the middle class. And they pretty much crushed the middle class during the Obama-Biden years. Trump, of course, didn't have enough time. He only had 4 years. And now they're going to really put it to bed, kill it with his capital gains. Only a socialist would do this. Now, I'm not just saying that. Because if you understand what capital gains is, you would say, you got to be right. Who would do it other than a socialist? But at least one thing for Varney. The first time he ever told the truth while on TV. Isn't that interesting? Now, by Biden raising capital gains to 40%, that is nuts. That's insane. But here's what he's doing. Biden's confirming not only is he a socialist, because capital gains are the reward for risk investments. When you start a business, most of the time you have to find small partners. A bank will not, very seldom does a bank loan a small business. I mean, it's tough getting funding from a small business. I know I used to fund small businesses, and and there's a whole industry that funds small businesses. The backbone of our country. And that's the problem. When you fund a small business, you're looking down the road 4 or 5 years for capital gains. That's why you fund them. And when you fund a business and you start putting money in a business, a startup, that's risk. That's risk. In fact, I did 2 that I brought to the Inc. 500 list. Probably see, Inc. 500 magazine. They have the 500 fastest growing companies in the country. I brought 2 companies there. And it's really hard work and a lot of risk, a lot of money you could lose. But the incentive's there to do it because of the capital gains. You're making money. And especially you're always looking 4 to 5 years. And if a company can't make it by 5 years, then you're out. You lose your money. So, and everybody has their winners and their losers. But that's what makes this country. That's what's been making. IBM doesn't, Tesla doesn't make this country. Oracle doesn't make this country. Netflix doesn't make this country. It's the small business. And I'll tell you why, especially in technology. If you take Cisco, if you remember, how did Cisco grow? What grew Cisco? They were buying almost 40, 50 companies a month, all all startup businesses, all innovative. They were smart people. They had patents. See, these small startup businesses, that's where you find all the patents. You find all the patents in those small businesses. They have more patents than GM, or more patents than Tesla, more patents than Microsoft. It's the small business. So what to grow, like for Cisco to grow or Oracle to grow, they depend. If you go back and look at it, and even Apple, when he was in his garage, those companies had to go and find small companies that had these patents and so forth, and they would buy the companies. A small company is a feeder. And that's how the country grows. And that's why the big, during the dot-com years, it was fantastic. You had all these people, smart people, but you had people, I don't care how smart you are, you need the money. You need the capital gains. You got to have the incentive to invest. And remember, Reagan cut the capital gains down. And even I'm trying to think who it was. Can't think of his name now. But another, God, isn't that funny? Clinton. He first raised capital gains. He raised capital gains, and then he learned, what the hell? That our country's growth is contracting because nobody's investing. Well, again, he never held a job in his life, like AOC. She never created a jobs. She was a bartender. Nothing against bartenders. Bartenders don't create jobs. The people who create jobs are the small business. They create most of all the jobs. So the bottom line is that you need these startup businesses, and you need to give people the incentive to invest in them, like what I used to do. And the reason why I had the incentive, because I wouldn't be paying. I certainly wouldn't invest knowing I got to give Biden and AOC and Sanders and Maxine Waters, who are all socialists. And by the way, Biden's already made his money. Now he's going to become a socialist. Now he's going to become because he and his family made a fortune. You know, it's like, you notice these guys when they start in business, and I've met so many of them, when you start, they're vicious. They'll cut your throat. I mean, when you start a small business and you fund small businesses, you really find out people. And they can, in that industry, they're cutthroat. But then as the person starts becoming successful, all of a sudden he's a nice guy. Then all of a sudden he starts donating money, and then he donates to the library, donates to this, and all of a sudden everybody. Then finally, right before he dies, they build him a statue. Unbelievable. So I don't know why I got into that. But the big problem we have here is Sanders, AOC, and Maxine Waters. Listen to Maxine Waters. You talk about a communist, a socialist.
This liberal will be all about socializing, would be about basically taking over and the government running all of your companies.
God, and she said that. God, I think when she said that was back in 2010, I think it was. But she's made a fortune. Her and her husband made a fortune. They're worth millions. How they make their money? Like the Bidens did. Crooked. Doing crooked deals. Her husband, remember, she's been in politics for so long, and she's very powerful. And now she's also, remember, sits on the banking committee. And her husband would go out and buy these banks. And she'd be able to fund that bank. They took no risk. She'd be able to get money for the banks from the government to give to her husband to turn these banks around. And then he'd sell them. They made a fortune. Never went to jail for it. Never arrested, nothing. Unbelievable. So we need startups. And if you do this 40%, you got to tell your representative, stop this. Be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Liquidity is rampant. It's going to only increase with the Fed printing money. Profits are increasing at the highest rate they've ever increased, and we are at the beginning of the business cycle. This is the time to buy stocks and get involved for multiple years.
That's unbelievable. That's a total lie about the profits. It's a total lie. Earnings are going up because they're fake, because they're doing stock buybacks, which pushes your earnings up. You reduce the amount of shares you have outstanding that people trade. If you got 10 million shares out there and you got lousy earnings, lousy profits, and you want to make them really look good, you got 10 million shares, reduce it down to 7 million. So you're spreading your earnings over fewer shares. What happens? The earnings look great. They're going up. You keep on reducing the amount of shares, the earnings look better. And then the stock price goes up. You used to go to jail for that. Reagan stopped. Reagan made it legal, but he didn't want to turn it into what's going on today. You know, a lot of these people, and this is so important, that when they do this capital gains, people have no idea what's going to happen. They have no clue. It's going to crush the stock market. Never mind the tax they're going to put on the corporations. This is the killer. This is the killer. Because it kills the country, because it kills the backbone, which is small businesses. Who the hell is going to be a venture capitalist? I did that for years. Fund small companies. What do you think I'm going to do? Say, oh, yeah, you can have 40% of my money, so I'm going to take a risk, and the government takes 40%? I'm going to give that to AOC and Bernie Sanders, those two geniuses? What are you, nuts? Once you take the incentive away for people like me, it's over. You can't go to the bank and borrow money. Anybody that started a business, new business, what? You tried to go to the bank? Yeah, you get jerked around, right? So some guy's sitting there and there's no papers, nothing on his desk, and he moves his pen from left to right because he's so bored. Are you kidding? Go to a bank? You got to find people who loan you money. And they're willing to do it as long as they get capital gains down the road, 5 years max. Then I want out. I want my money back, and I want to make a profit. And people are willing to give it to you because they got a good idea. You take that away, you got to learn how to short this market. I know you won't believe me because most people don't know what a capital gains is. It's unbelievable. If you trade a stock, or I buy a business, I fund a business, I put $5 million into a business. And after 5 years, I made $15 million on the 5. That's my gain. But I also could lose all that money. You could lose that money. You put in a small, tiny business. You got to put in at least $200,000-$300,000 for them. You could lose all that. You want a reward, but they don't want that. See, they know if they take that away, then the country can't grow. And then what they do is they decide that, you know, their big thing with socialism and communism, okay, is the whole deal. Take the incentive out of entrepreneurs. Take the incentive out. That's the deal. If you can take the incentive so they don't make money, then now you become what they want. Everybody works for the state. And then here's the thing. People like AOC and Sanders and the rest of them, they in their lifetime could never create wealth. They can't create wealth. They don't know how to create wealth. But this is how they get their wealth. Because when you have a socialist country, a communist country, those at the top are incredibly wealthy. Because remember, everything is owned by the state. There's no more rainmakers. There's a disincentive for a rainmaker. There's no more productivity. Everybody works in a co-op. So if you work for GM or wherever, the guy who works real hard, he gets the same as the guy who doesn't hardly work at all. And all the money goes to the state. And then the state takes that money and redistributes the way they think they want. But they get 75% for themselves. And they become incredibly wealthy. They're called oligarchs. That's what AOC wants. That's what Sanders wants. And same Schumer, same thing. He wants it too. He's never created real wealth. He's not real. I'm talking real wealth. I'm not talking a guy that's a millionaire. I'm talking about guys who have, they're worth 20 million, 30 million, real wealth. So you got to understand what's going on and what this is going to do. When you take the incentive out of investing, it's over. Raising capital gains is going to destroy this stock market faster than raising the taxes on corporations. Please believe me. I've been around this market for over 50 years, been on this earth for 75 years. I can tell you, when you take the incentive away from entrepreneurs and venture capital, it's over. So you got to learn how to short a stock. So I'm doing a shorting class. We're going to do a webinar May 8th for 3 hours. Myself and Steve, for 3 hours, we're going to focus on shorting. It's so easy to do, especially with the technology we have, especially with the charts we have. God, the chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to run like hell, and when to turn around and sell the stock short. What they're telling you now, get this, listen to what they're saying to you now, these dopes. They're telling you to buy stocks now when they're so overpriced and hold on to them. Are you kidding me? That's what they're telling you. Listen to this.
Liquidity is rampant. It's going to only increase with the Fed printing money. Profits are increasing at the highest rate they've ever increased, and we are at the beginning of the business cycle. This is the time to buy stocks and get involved.
Oh, yeah, you want to buy a stock right now when it's up like Tesla, 140%. When these stocks are so overbought. I've had 5 nosebleeds today from trading these stocks. They're so high. Look, sign up. Go to my site, philsgang.com. It's only $75. And guess what? You don't have to be there that day. It's archived for 2 weeks. You've got to learn how to trade. That's your defense against this capital gains.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, We recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
I signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang give platinum-level service and stock recommendations. You know, it's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
With the Phil's Gang philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect.
There you go. Fisher. He's with the Fed. He was with the Fed. And he submitted. We front-loaded the market. We artificially pushed the stock market up. We did that to create wealth. For who? For Main Street? No. Main Street didn't get a penny of it. Nothing. He's admitting it was to get the rich richer. It's all this QE wasn't for Main Street. All the stock box was for Main Street. It's for the wealthy on Wall Street, the banksters, those in Congress. They always do it for themselves. And then you have those who are dumb, who are dopes, who wish to be wealthy. So they want socialism. Because especially if they're at the top of the heap and all the money comes in because everybody, we all work, we all get paid the same. We all have the same kind of houses, same kind of cars, same toothbrush. They probably, I don't know, maybe they share toothbrushes. I don't know. But and why? Why there's so much poverty in every socialist country? Look at Venezuela. Look at North Korea. Look at Cuba. Because the guys at the top get it all. So AOC, Biden, even Schumer, even Pinocchio, or Pocahontas, well, same thing. They know they can't make it on the outside to make real wealth. In a socialism society, they can because they'll be the oligarchs. So let's talk about this, what's going on. The other fraud, and this is why you got to know how to short a stock. Look, it's no big deal. And if you can't get in your head how to short, then take your screen and flip it upside down and trade it like you're buying it to go long. Or you can stand on your head if you want. Get it on your desktop, stand on your head, and then pretend you're buying a stock. It's that easy. But with today's technology, it tells you when to sell short. You just click a button. So you're telling me we are going into the biggest crash ever, and he's setting up the crash, Biden, because he's already made his money. And it proves for him to do a 40%, even a 35%, even a 30%, he's out of his mind. It stops everything. It stops economic growth. Companies aren't going to put money back in their company. Remember, everything has to grow from business investment. If it's a brand new startup, you need to find people who will invest and take a risk. If you're an already well-established business, then you got to go to the banks. And you get big, you got to go to Wall Street. That's how the free capitalist system works. And you create wealth. But not everybody creates wealth. Those who create wealth should be rewarded because they took risks to create the wealth. Now, the people who don't want to create wealth, who want to be wealthy, socialism's for them. So Biden, by raising capital gains 40%, he's admitting that he loves inflation. What's that mean? They've been lying to you for 13 years that they're doing everything they can to stop inflation, which is a total lie. They love inflation. Okay, think about the rich, the very, very rich. How do they make money? As I told you, they do not make money with wages. They don't even want wages. Matter of fact, getting a wage is an inconvenience for them. What are they going to do with this thing? They make tremendous wealth on their assets. And that's why they want inflation. Because when inflation goes up, the dollar goes down. And when the dollar goes on, there's about 6 different investments they are in wealthy. Platinum. What's the other one? Titanium? I can't even pronounce the word. Titanium, thank you. Titanium, platinum, gold, rare coins, exclusive real estate, stocks. That's their wealth right there. That's their wealth. That's how they gain wealth. When inflation goes down, the dollar goes down because of inflation, platinum goes through the roof. Real coins, artwork. Oh my God, artwork. That really goes through the roof. As I told you before, it doubled. It doubled, what, last year? 2020, 2021, from 6 trillion to 12 trillion. Unbelievable. So, do you really believe? Now, here, do you really believe they don't want inflation? So here's the real thing. So now he's saying, we want that wealth. I already made my wealth. And now I want to be a socialist. And Waters wants that wealth. And AOC wants that wealth. So we're going to go after him and nail him for 40%. And that's going to stop all future investment. And that's what they want. That's how they get to socialism. When you can stop investing, when you can stop people from raising capital, and that's just how you do it. It's over. So please learn how to short. This is what's going to take down this country, the stock market. And what are you just going to sit there and you're going to call your broker? What should I do? What should I do? And the dope's going to tell you, everything's just fine. Everything's just wonderful.
You're fine. You don't pay attention to the value of your house every day. Don't pay attention to your portfolio every day. Have a good, sound plan so you can go on and enjoy life.
Yeah, how'd you enjoy life? I wonder how the people enjoyed life. The 12 million people lost their homes. The people that were part of, remember, in 2008, people lost $8 trillion, okay, just in housing. Just in housing, or $8 trillion between the housing and the stock market, wiped out. Did they go on and enjoy their lives? No. Was their broker short for them? No, because they're not allowed to. Especially in a mutual fund. You can stop that. Look, just 3 hours, I promise you, a $75 investment for 3 hours, archived for 2 weeks. Are you kidding me? At least it will show you how to protect yourself from what's coming, not the inflation. It's I can't even say it. It's 40% capital gains. Even if they negotiate, get down to 30, it'll kill this market. So when you have a stock, you always get a signal that the money is coming out, but you got to anticipate it. It's like, why does a good business become better and very successful and another one goes down? Because the other one that goes down, he can't anticipate. They can't anticipate the trends in their business. They don't move fast enough. If you own a motorcycle shop, he doesn't anticipate the trends in the new bikes. He's not anticipating. Or you own a restaurant, not anticipating what people want to eat. You own a better one is a retail store. I mean, who the hell would anticipate that somebody's going to pay, some woman is going to pay $100 for a pair of jeans that have holes in them? I mean, I walk down the street and I see these kids with these jeans with holes in them. Unbelievable. And I stop and I ask them, how much do you pay for these things? Unbelievable. I ran home so fast to get my jeans, I came back, they were gone. They're gone. I think they do this 40% capital gains, I'll start selling jeans, but nobody will even be able to buy jeans. Now, the working class, they're going to really get screwed. They're going to really get screwed. Because do you understand when he said, I'm only going to tax the rich. That's it, the rich. Make $1 million more, I'm taxing you. Don't worry, folks. Main Street, don't worry. Do you understand what happens when money does not go into new businesses, new startup businesses, existing business? You know what happens when there's no money available to start a business, or money available to continue growing your business, or money available to get more inventory? Do you know what happens? What they want, everything stops. Our economic growth stops. And they'll become richer, the oligarchs, because of it. So what you want to do is you want to protect yourself from the coming capital gains, from the inflation, and the market is going to crash. I'm not just saying this. So $75 for 3 hours, and you have it for 2 weeks. Please learn how to short.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can.
PhilsGang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With PhilsGang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to PhilsGang.com. PhilsGang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let PhilsGang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Then go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to, we're just talking here a few minutes ago, and a gal that works with us, terrific talent, unbelievably talented. She does the graphics for me. If you see go to my Phil's Gang YouTube channel that I do every Friday, where I do a segment on the unfolding of the stock market crash, and she does all the graphics. Unbelievable job. I said, God, I should fund her for finance her to open up a graphics business. She's so talented. And I said, gee, I can't, because they want 40% of my money. And that's what I mean, even though we're laughing about it, but that's exactly what happens. And that's the greatest example Here's somebody that's talented, so talented. And you say, God, all she needs is some money to start a graphics company, right? And so you find an investor who's in that business. There's not going to be anybody in that business. Now, this is unbelievable. So shorting. Shorting is easy. Wall Street has made it sound like a nightmare because they don't make money when you sell a stock short. They only make money when you buy a stock. That's it. When you buy a stock. So they got it. Do you remember when, maybe you don't, but when ETFs first came out, I remember these guys on CNBC, don't buy ETFs, they're dangerous, don't buy ETFs, they're awful. Now what? You don't hear that anymore. Everybody's in ETFs, right? It's the same thing. They lied to you every day about everything, but they lied to you, again, about everything. But I mean, so shorting, they lie to you and tell you all the bad things about shorting. It's ridiculous. It's a joke. What are you going to do? And here's the other thing that kills people. If you, and I use this in my class all the time. Let's say you get a stock for $30, and then the stock goes up to $60. Now we see it rolling over. Our chart turns yellow. And that's the beautiful thing about our chart. It gets you set up. It gets you set up. You're not going to be too late. 99% of you get hurt because all of a sudden the next day you see the stock going down. And then you sit there and wait because you're getting this kind of garbage. You're getting this kind of garbage for advice, right?
You're fine. You don't pay attention to the value of your house every day.
Fine. That's what you get. Now your stock goes down again. Your stock goes down. And you're losing money. How terrible. All you have to do is switch your position. The chart tells you the money is coming out. Why wouldn't you just switch your position in short? No, but here's what they do. Wall Street makes their money by getting you out of that stock. They go, oh, I got this stock. You should be in this one. And they push you into another stock. But so let's say that stock was a $15 stock. Well, that too went up $30. All stock, if your stock went from 30 to 60, then all the other stocks went from 15 to 30. You wouldn't buy one. I mean, if a stock went from 15 to 16, you certainly wouldn't want that stock. Or if a stock went from 15 to 7, you certainly wouldn't want that one. So the problem is by not shorting, they're rotating you over into an overvalued stock. It's like buying a house, right? People say, boy, my house, I bought my house 10 years ago for $150,000. Now it's worth $300,000. I'm rich. Really? Sell your house. Now they go and look for houses. They go, holy mackerel. I didn't realize I can't sell my house because all the other houses are more expensive and they're not as nice as my house. And they're smaller. So that's what happens. So how many people end up staying with their house and they add on to it or whatever they do and they don't sell it because there's no... Oh, and by the way, you're going to have to pay a 40% capital gains. So, I mean, think about that. So why would you... But they put you in another stock because that's how they make money. That's how they make money. And then after the market crashes, the gangsters lie to you and say, oh, you should have had an annuity. And a TV and radio, it's all you hear every Saturday. Do you want to make money when stocks go up, but don't lose any money when stocks go down? When I heard that, holy God, I was trying to find a guy, and I was going to give him all my money. I mean, I'd never lose money in the stock market. I've been in the market for over 51 years. I didn't know that. You can't lose. Oh, you just make money on the way up, right? Yeah, you don't lose money on the way down. I mean, can you imagine? I was ready to buy a yacht, a jet. I was going to fly all over the world, and because I'll never lose money when it goes down. It just goes up, and people believe it. Isn't that stupid? Who would believe it? But they do. You know how many annuities they sell? Like 85 million people with annuities. What they don't get is it doesn't work that way. You think an insurance company is going to make money picking up your losses? What are you, nuts? Of course not. What you don't understand is that when the when the stock starts going back up and the stock goes up 30%, 40%, you get like 3% of it. They keep the rest of it. Yeah, you don't understand that. That's how they screw you. Read the fine print. So everybody who lost money in the dot-com days or the housing day, When their stock went back up, they I'm up 150%. No, you're not. You're only going to get 5% of it or 3% of it. Read the fine print. But the beautiful thing with shorting is you control the market, and the beautiful thing with in the stock, you're in control. There's nothing worse than seeing the market crash and you're not in control, and you're calling your broker trying to get a hold of them or your planner. What should I do? What should I do? When you would have already been set up days and weeks before the crash. The crash of February 2020 that went down to March of 2020, we dropped 34% 22 days. We were set up 2 days before it crashed. We were already set up to short because our color-coded chart warned us. It turned yellow and then it turned red. So we knew we better get out of that stock. Something was coming. That's the beautiful thing about shorting. It's so easy. So again, everything is always set for the rich. So all the socialist nonsense is set for the people who've never had anything, who aren't smart enough to become wealthy, or they're lazy. Now they're going to get on the pile. They're going to get on the top. So AOC will be a billionaire, and Bernie Sanders will be a billionaire, and all these people, because they'll be at the top of the heap, and everybody else will be all working together. We all share everything. I don't know what you have to share, but you got to share all your income. Isn't that awful? And the thing that really bothers me so much is right now there's so many opportunities to sell stock short, and people aren't doing it. Instead, they're still going up. Do you know, you can look at Amazon today. I showed my students today. I says, let's go look at Amazon. And the same stocks are going up every day. Amazon and Google. They go up every day they go up. If they come back down, they go right back up. Because you got all these people who are jumping into these stocks. They've heard these names for 13 years, for 10 years, for 5 years. They were never in the market. Now all they hear is this kind of garbage here. And listen to this. This is unbelievable.
If you can't imagine the economy getting much, much stronger than this,
much stronger than this, stronger. But then at the same time, on the same show, listen to what this woman said.
I do think that at this point, the economy is still at a fragile state.
Wait a minute. Hold on. So CNBC at the same time had this woman say the economy was fragile and had Nutty Kramer saying it was strong. So how do you figure out which one is which? Go to a chart that identifies where the money is. Let the money decide if it's strong or if it's weak. I can't decide. You can't decide. They can't decide. If we dug J.P. Morgan up, he'd third the motion. He'd second the motion at least. So the idea is when you got Amazon going up and Google going up, buy them. Buy them. As long as you know how to momentum trade, which simply means that you know how to protect yourself. You play these when they break out to a new high, and then you put a stop in so that you know exactly where you're going to be out of that stock. You'll get kicked out automatically, so you'll risk so much. You risk so much, so you're going to risk $1 to make $3. That's all you have to do. But no, the bigger money is wait till it collapses, and when it will be like a fire drill. So Amazon, Google, everybody, you know, right now we have in the margin, people, there's almost $900 billion, almost $1 trillion in margin money. Margin money. People are borrowing money, almost $1 trillion to buy these stocks. That's where most of the money's going. Then they try to get into Microsoft, or then they try to get into Netflix. Unbelievable. They don't, or they're gonna buy Zoom, or they're gonna buy Tesla. Unbelievable. I don't get it, man. Hey, join my gang, Phil's Gang. Phil'sGang.com. Free for 10 days.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.